Hi guys, I'm Crochet Queen, and today I'll be teaching you how to do two different things: how to chain and how to do a single crochet. So in this video I will also talk about what type of yarn colors are the best for beginners and what type aren't, and I'll also be helping you find the right hook size for your yarn. So let's get to it. So the best colors of yarn that you can use are like bright colors, like maybe blue or pink, yellow, white, any of those colors that you can actually see your stitches. But all the bad colors are like black, like a dark purple, a dark red. Any of those colors are not a good color because you won't be able to see what area are you putting your stitch in. So I recommend the brighter colors. Next is how to find the right hook for your yarn. So on the packaging it will ask you, like, tell you what type of hook to use, and also there's a handy dandy tool you can also use that involves it. So you can put your yarn through any of these holes, and whenever it fits, that's the type of hook you use. So if it fits in that small hole, it's a 2mm, 225mm, and it goes on and on and on until it reaches 9mm. This is a really nice tool to use when you're looking for the right hook size. And if you accidentally do go a little over the hook size, it's okay. It might just make your hooks, like, it might make your stitches a bit bigger than normal. And another tool that's really fun and helpful in this scenario is needles. So these are crochet needles, and they are like that. You put your yarn through and you just like can put them in and weave in your ends. These are also really nice because they help you a lot with it. And this is, if I grab it, there are stitch markers, and these are, if you end off your round and your loop's still on the work, you can put your loop on here and go like this, and then your loop is on here, so it's really big to see it. So that's all my handy dandy tools besides the hooks. And there's also stitch markers. Stitch markers look like these, and you can mark your first, last stitch, or a stitch that you change. So it's really handy like the other tools. These are just some of the tools I like using, which is really fun and all that. So let's get into actually learning the stitches. So first things first, you're going to grab your ball of yarn or skein of yarn, whatever you prefer, and you're also going to grab your hook with it. So after you've grabbed your hook and the yarn you would like to use, you can start with the loop that goes onto your hook. Okay, so how I do this is I take my left hand and I wrap the yarn through here, hold it with my pinky, and then I wrap it around my thumb and index finger, and then I pull it up and pull tight, and then I can like pull on both sides to make it smaller or bigger. So again, that's hold down here, go up, around, and pull through. So it's really quick and easy and simple. So now I'll put my hook through it, and we will pull on both sides, and we can start to crochet. So here we go. Okay, there's two different ways you could hold your hook. So you can hold it by the pencil grip, and you'll just go like, you'll go like this, and you can crochet like that. Or you can hold it how I hold it, and I do the knife grip. I go like this, and I wrap my finger, and then you crochet. So whatever feels comfortable to you, that's what you can use. So let's do chains. So chains are really quick and easy. So you're going to wrap the yarn around your left hand. You can go like this, or you can like take it and go like this. I've seen lots of different ways. So I prefer this way. And you're going to take your hook and you're going to hold your tail with your thumb and middle finger. And you're going to take your hook. You're going to go behind, and you're going to go behind, pull your head of the hook through you, and then you pull through. And then you go faster with it, so pull through. Pull through. And just keep doing that. And yeah, I would just stick with 5. You can go on and do more. I'm gonna do maybe 10. So that was 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, once I've done my 10, I'm going to chain just one more for our turning chain. And into this second loop, not this one we just made, but into the second one. So you see that? The second one. Go through that one. Yarn over the yarn. And then pull through. So now you have 2 loops on your chain. And now you're going to yarn over and pull through both loops. So again, you go into the next stitch. And then you yarn over. And you yarn over again. And there you go. And then you can continue doing that down the row. So now I'm at my last stitch. So I'm going to do that stitch. So we're going to go through, pull out, and pull out. So congratulations, you just finished your first row. So this is all one row, not counting the chains that you did at the beginning. So now you are going to chain. So you're going to take this yarn and you're going to go back again and you're going to pull through. You're going to do that once and then you're going to turn your work. So this is now easier than ever. So now those V's at the very top of your crochet piece, you're going to go through those instead of going through chains now. So I will show you. So now, since we just chained one, we're going to skip that first one and we're going to go through the second. You see where those 2 V's are? That's where we're going to put our hook. We're going to go through both of them. So we just went through both of those chains. We're going to yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both. So basically what we did for the first one. And we're going to do it again. So the V's, go through and go out and go through both. And you're going to continue this pattern until you reach 10 rows and then we can end it. So again, I just finished the second round, so I'm going to chain 1 and we're going to turn our work and work through these loops again. So there's 1, and wrap yarn over again, and then here's the second V. So that's 2, third V, that's 3, and then I'm going to continue it. So here we go. So if you are crocheting and you realize that your work is starting to go inwards and not straight, then you probably did miss a stitch. So in order to not have that happen, I would recommend using a stitch marker. And if your yarn ends up going like outwards, you probably added too many stitches, which means you could have done 2 single crochets into 1 stitch by accident. So just watch out for those and make sure you're always watching your V's, making sure both of them are on your hook at the same time. And you can continue work like that. And then your finished project would look like this if you're doing a few rows, and it could look like this if you're doing a lot. So it all really depends on how you do it. So there's 2 different ways, technically as many as you want if you just do the first row or the second row or whatever, and they all add up at some point in time. Like if I continued going, it would probably look like this and it would have a lot more. Just like later on, I could teach you how to do ruffles, like texture onto your projects, and these will also be counted as rows. So it's very fun and simple. So I will show you how to end this here in a little bit. So I'm ending it on the 5th row, I think. Let's count. So how you count your rows is every line that's in between is a different row. So this is its own row. That is its own row. That's its own row. That one and that one. So let's count. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. So I'm going to end it on the 5th row, and you can continue going on. You'll just repeat this over and over, and I'm going to teach you how to end it though. So you're going to take it and you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to take your scissors and cut it. So now you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut it off, and you're going to take your hook and just pull, and then you're going to pull on the end tightly, not too tight so it doesn't rip off. And there you go. You have a piece of your own. So if you do continue, you can get bigger and bigger and bigger. And it all really depends on what size you would like it. And you can add more chains to make it wider. So this one I did 15 chains, so it's a little bigger. And then this one I did 10 chains, so it's smaller. This one was also 15. So it all really depends on how you want to make it. So that's my video. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye!